any advice on increasing your horse's fitness level?
Oh, I brought another prop.
Ooh.
This is prop day. So you may notice this book, Conditioning Sport Horses, Hillary Clayton. It's
You love her.
dog-eared. There are little Post-its in it. The cover is looking quite worn. My old name is in it. I've had this for a long time because it's a really good book, and so you might want to consider purchasing it. But she talks about the 3 kinds of conditioning. There's cardiovascular, which is getting your heart and lungs working harder. There's strength training, which is muscles, and there's suppling exercises, and that's your soft tissue, your tendons and ligaments. And all of those need to be conditioned properly over time. Over time is, the term they use is long, slow distance. And the goal is you start with walk, and eventually, this could take 3 to 12 months, depending on the age of the horse, if they've been conditioned already, if they're coming off an injury, say, if it's like the end of winter and it's a new competition. So there's lots of factors. But you start walking and you add either intensity, so how hard, or duration, how long, or frequency, how often. Those are your 3 components.
Not recommended to do all 3 at once?
No. And
Not a fun time.
No, it's very hard on your horse. And they recommend starting with duration first. So this long, slow distance is you build up over the 3 to 12 months to 45 to 60 minutes, depending on your discipline, of walk, trot, canter. Your horse should be able to do that and not be winded. That's the goal of long, slow distance. Then you add in your sport-specific conditioning. So if you're an endurance rider, then you want to continue the long, slow distance, but at a more intense level. So you're trotting. If you're a show jumper, then you need more strength and power, especially in the hind legs, to get over the fences. So you begin to do drills, sets. They use the same language as human bodybuilders and weightlifters. That increase your horse's power and strength behind. If you're dressage, suppling is a really important component. And she says, while you might do cardiovascular fitness and strength training on alternate days, because the work is as important as the rest and recovery, that's when you rebuild and improve your tissue quality, suppling is done every day. And more so probably in the dressage horse. It's a fascinating book, and there's lots more in it. Maybe someday we have 4 or 5 hours, we can cover it fully.
That sounds, feels like coming on the weekend. Let's do that.
Yeah.
So that is fantastic. You talked about noticing when your horse is winded. Is there a because obviously, every horse is different. Are there guidelines that you give people, or is there something you use when you're working with Newman?
The heart rate is your best indicator.
Interesting, because you would think winded, you think respiratory.
Well, and here's why. When a horse breathes, the breathing can become a component of, I'm trying to cool myself. So if it's hot and muggy and the horse did a strenuous workout, the respiratory rate may reflect, I need to get rid of some heat more than I need to recover my air.
Gotcha.
So the heart rate is what is better to monitor, and if you're fit, in about 10 minutes it will go down to baseline. So that's why in a vet box at like a Rolex 3D event, we use a 10-minute window to see, is the horse recovering completely.
Okay.
Really cool stuff.
That was awesome.
Yeah.